Most of them seem relatively uninformed about the Reformation or medieval theology. And so they seem, quite prepared to accept the thesis that the Reformation had a fictional doctrine of justification. And there's a whole society of, it seems to me, fairly uncritical supporters of the new perspective. And they don't seem aware, and especially I'm concerned about, and this is the pattern that I've noticed over the years, is sort of young men who think they know what the Reformation was, and they don't really. And they read Wright, and he's very attractive. He writes well. He's engaging. He's interesting. And the next thing you know, man, he really gets it, and everybody else doesn't get it. And of course, I've been having this conversation with young men in different ways for 25 years, or most of 25 years. So I've seen this pattern again and again, and they don't understand what he's done to the doctrine of justification, that he's redefined Paul's doctrine of justification, and he's carried it through his entire program of, quote unquote, God's faithfulness. So there are good reasons, I argue, that we should not be persuaded by Wright's revisionism or the new perspective. And it's not just knee-jerk conservatism. Well, there's Clark, he's a history guy and he just wants to go back to the past. No, it's the question of how to get Scripture right, how to understand Scripture right. So we need to take account of the setting of New Testament in the Jewish world, and we need to take seriously the importance of the question, the sociological questions of Jews and Gentiles, and so we need to account of all of that. And we also need to do good biblical exegesis, good biblical theology, and develop a coherent account of the history of redemption grounded in faithful attempts to correlate passages with one another, including their implications. And of course, we used to call that theology. That's what theology is, trying to correlate passages and figure out their implications and how it all holds together.